This is Keith Foote. Welcome to Footeloose's channel. While taking a break from the Great Loop adventure due to some health, family requests, and weather restrictions, like so many other members of the American Great Loop Association, I'm continuing my adventures on land. Today we are visiting St. Edward State Park in Kenmore, Washington, a former site for a Catholic seminary. A friendly reminder, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Click on that subscribe button now. Get it out of the way. Even if you're a current subscriber, make sure you give it a thumbs up, drop a comment in the comments section with your own suggestions, and please let the whole video run. Every little interaction with the video helps you share it further, which helps me to continue creating free travel adventure videos like this for your viewing pleasure. There is so much to cover about St. Edward's Park. I'm breaking this video into two sections. We'll cover hiking opportunities, picnicking, and the ability to reserve spaces for special occasions in this video. The next video will focus on the lodge at St. Edward's, along with its history. Let's get started talking about St. Edward's Park. Washington State Parks purchased St. Edward's area in 1977. From the Northwest Catholic Diocese. Dogs are allowed but must be on a leash. Washington Park's Discover Pass is required to visit this and other Washington State Parks. Annual passes are only $30 or a one-day pass is $10, plus dealer fees may apply. It's open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. till dusk. I made an appointment with Park Ranger Kline, who gave me a walking tour of the grounds. The historic main buildings in St. Edward State Park were built between February and September 1931. The Romanesque Revival-style buildings were designed by Seattle architect John Graham. The lawn around the seminary was called the Great Lawn. There is a perimeter trail around the Great Lawn that students and instructors would walk after evening meals to reflect and meditate to prepare for the evening. The present seminary building is only 1/4 the original plan. The original plan called for 4 separate buildings. The buildings are made of poured concrete. Lumber used to make the forms was cut and milled right on the property. The gym was originally built of wood, which burned in the 40s, then was rebuilt as you see it today. In the 60s, an annex was added. The annex now houses Environmental Education and Research Center, plus the ranger station. The parking lot was formerly a tennis and handball courts. St. Edward's was the first fully accredited 12-year seminary in the United States. It closed in 1976 due to declining enrollment. The 326-acre day-use area has large yards and 12 miles of developed trails and many social trails. St. Edward State Park offers fantastic views of the surrounding areas. All trails have over 5,000 reviews, giving it a 4.5 out of 5 ratings. Trails are well maintained, allowing for opportunities for getting into nature and just having a relaxing hike. Walks along the undeveloped 3,000-foot shoreline are peaceful and gives visitors many opportunities to enjoy themselves. The park is a very popular destination for family picnics, weddings, and other events. There are first-come, first-served picnic tables. There are also 4 areas that you can call to reserve. The number to reserve a spot will also be below in the description. The 4 areas are the orchard, grotto, 2 unsheltered picnic areas, and a baseball field. The baseball field. Seminary students played baseball and other sports activities here during the rainy season. They held an annual mud ball, which is a football game in the mud. Now you can reserve this area. Games such as baseball, flag football, and cricket are played in this area now. The orchard picnic area is close to the playground. It's in a small grove of apple and cherry trees. It also has a stand-up barbecue grill and can hold up to 100 persons. The grotto was built in the 1940s, made of poured concrete and river cobbles. It's a sought-after location to rent for ceremonies. It can accommodate up to 120 persons. There are 2 stone stairways leading down to the historic grotto, unfortunately making this area not handicapped accessible. On Thanksgiving Day, 1925, near this site, the founder, Bishop Edward O'Day, stood on a stump overlooking Lake Washington and declared, "This is where we will build the cemetery." The forest had been cut around the area at that time, allowing for a panoramic view of the surrounding area and Lake Washington. There was a statue of St. John, the patron saint of parish priests, on the altar inside the grotto. The letters above the opening, AM, stand for Auspis Maria, Latin for under Mary's protection. We can't forget the large playground with lots of things to play on, which was built in 2001 by community members. St. Edward's Park maintains it with repairs and once a year painting it with linseed oil. Nuns' Garden, used by the nuns who worked in the kitchen. It was an area they could go to for solitude and reflection. The nuns kept quite a beautiful garden during the time the seminary was open. There was also a heritage site, a former gravesite of one of the first instructors at St. Edward's Seminary. Before the property sale, the Park Service, the body was removed and interned in another cemetery. The round circle of rocks marks the spot where the grave and the cross once stood. This area is now used for quiet meditation and reflection. Regular activities in the park. In July, there's free concerts presented by the city. Skandia Midsummer Fest, a traditional Swedish celebration of the summer solstice, and a regular car show. Wildlife in the park includes 2 bobcats, coyotes, deer, mountain beaver, otters, flying squirrels, and Douglas squirrels, and countless species of birds. The lodge at St. Edward offers overnight accommodations and dining opportunities in the historically restored landmark. We'll cover the lodge in more detail on another video. In conclusion, if you are in the area, St. Edward State Park should be on your list of places to visit. Get out, walk around, have a meal in one of the 3 restaurants, and maybe stay a few nights. Thanks for listening. May all your seas be calm.